Please have a seat. If you can please spell your name.
Tanya Small. Tanyasmall.
Is it Small or Smalls?
Small without an S.
Without the S? Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Small. Can you tell the jury how old you are?
I'm 48 years old.
Where did you grow up?
In Bedford-Stuyvesant.
Do you know a person by the name of Darryl Baum?
I know him.
How?
From living in the neighborhood.
Ms. Small, I'm going to direct your attention to June 10th of 2000. Did you witness a shooting that day?
Yes, in front of Quincy.
I'm going to ask you to keep your voice up. Can you tell the jury where you were?
I was in my car on Quincy Street.
And what were the cross streets of where you were?
Between Nostrand and Marcy.
Now, before you got to your car, what had you done before that?
I took my son. The reason why I was on Quincy. I took my son over to stay at a girlfriend's house to stay with her son.
What's your girlfriend's name?
Kim.
Do you know her full name?
Kim Underwood.
Do you know who she was dating around that time?
A young man named Taz.
And where did she live on Quincy?
She lived on Quincy, between Nostrand and Marcy. I don't know the address.
Okay, I'm showing to you what's been marked in evidence as Government Exhibit 1004I. Do you recognize that photo?
Yes,
And what's that a photo of?
of where she lived.
On Quincy?
On Quincy, yes.
I'm also going to show you Government Exhibit 602. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
So what's this a photo of? Does this map show Quincy and Marcy?
Yes.
Okay. Now, just to orient ourselves here, you said you dropped your son off at Kim's place?
Yes.
And then you went to your car, is that right?
Yes.
So where was your car?
My car, when I went to my car, it was parked in front of her place.
Okay. And then at some point, did you see someone you knew?
Yes.
Who was that?
A young man I was dating by the name of Corey.
Did he have a nickname?
Yes. C-Pop.
C-Pop?
Yes.
And when you saw him, did you guys start talking?
Yes, we talked briefly.
And at some point, where was your car at that point? If we see here, this is Marcy and this is Quincy.
I'm not understanding.
Where was your car at the time?
Once I got inside my car and left,
Yes,
my car was on Quincy.
Okay,
I think if you move back a little bit from the microphone and keep your voice up.
Okay. My car was on Quincy.
okay. Now, if you touch the screen, Mrs. Small, you can actually show us where on the screen your car was. Do you see if this was Quincy?
Yes.
Can you show us where it was that you were parked?
Maybe here. But I'm towards the curb.
Towards the curb?
Uh-huh.
And was your car facing Marcy Avenue?
Yes.
So when you were talking to Corey, was he in a car or was he standing out?
He was standing out.
Just so we're clear here, if we're looking at the car facing Marcy, were you on the right-hand side of the street or the left-hand side?
I was on the right-hand side.
At some point, did you see Darryl Baum?
Yes.
Can you tell the jury what you saw?
He pulled up in a car and he got out the car and he started talking to Corey. He was in the street. He started talking. Another car pulled up and they knew him and they stopped him. They started talking to him also.
Okay, so let me just stop you there. When Darryl started talking to Corey, was Corey still talking to you at that time?
Yes.
So if you can use the courtroom, about how far away was Darryl and Corey talking to each other?
If I'm here, maybe where this young man is. Right here to the left.
There are so many young men.
The first one? Right there.
The first one?
Yes.
Was he standing in the street at that time?
Yes.
And was that towards the corner of Quincy and Marcy?
That wasn't towards the corner. It was almost near the corner. Almost near the corner.
And then you said another car pulled up. Is that right?
Yes.
Do you remember what kind of car that was?
It was a black Infiniti.
Is that also... Do you know the model of that car?
A Q45.
Did you know or recognize anyone in that car?
One young man.
Do you remember that person's name?
I think his name was Lance.
So at that point when the car pulled up, how did the person in the car start talking to Darryl?
Yes.
And you were still the same length away, is that right?
Yes. I'm still in my car.
What happened next?
One of the young men got out of the car and they were talking about shoes.
And where was Darryl in relation to the car? Was he on the passenger side or the driver's side?
He was on the passenger side.
What happened then?
Then they were talking about shoes and it was someone's funeral, like, do you know where I can get a pair of shoes from? And he had told one of the young men was going in because they were getting ready for a funeral, and I continued to talk to Corey, and then I heard gunshots and I ducked.
And what happened? Did you at some point look up?
Yes, after I didn't hear anymore.
What did you see?
I saw Darryl on the ground.
And again, from where you were in your car, did you ever get out of your car?
No.
Was Corey outside the car?
Yes.
And at the time when you saw Darryl talking to the person in the car, there were other people around him?
Yes. There were a lot of people.
Did you see anyone running away?
Yes. I think. Yes.
Where was that? Where did you see the person run towards?
I want to say towards Marcy.
Okay. So just so we're clear here, your car is always on Quincy, is that correct?
Yes.
And when you saw Darryl towards the corner, is that right? What you said?
Yes.
In the street, correct?
Yes. He was in the street.
And when you heard the gunshots, which direction did you hear them coming from, if you remember?
I want to say maybe towards me. I don't know. Maybe towards Marcy.
Meaning not behind you, but in front of you on Marcy?
Yes.
And when you saw the person running, you said the person was running on Marcy?
Yes. They ran maybe towards Marcy.
Towards Marcy? Towards Lexington? If this is Lexington?
I didn't see them turn the corner. I'm not clear.
Well, when you say on Marcy, you mean it is on that side, right? On that street?
Yes.
They didn't run up Quincy? Is that fair to say, the person?
No, they didn't.
Now, when you said you looked up and you saw Darryl on the ground?
Yes.
First of all, how many gunshots did you hear?
I want to say 3.
And when you saw Darryl on the ground, was anyone around him?
Yes. So everyone that was talking to him.
What happened next?
The car backed up and picked him up and put him inside the car.
Do you know where they took him at that point?
To the hospital.
Okay, just to clarify one thing. When the Q45 pulled up, they pulled up on Quincy, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you said that Darryl was talking to them on the passenger side, correct?
Yes.
I have nothing further. Thank you so much.
Any questions?
Not from us, Your Honor.
Mr. Beecher?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you may step down. Thank you very much. Let's bring the prior witness back again.
I ask you to please state and spell your name.
Michael Nelson.
Michael Nelson, is it?
Yes.
What number do we have here?
I think it's number 44, Your Honor.
Let me catch up to you. Michael Nelson, Nelson. All right, keep your voice up. You're okay. The mic is working pretty well. Your witness?
Mr. Nelson, can you tell us if you're familiar with the intersection of Halsey Street and Malcolm X Boulevard?
Yes. I used to have a beauty supply store there on Halsey Street.
Do you have business anymore?
No.
In July of 2003, did you have that business?
Yes.
I'm going to direct your attention now to July 25th, 2003. Do you remember what you were doing on that day?
Yes. At about 3 o'clock, I was standing at the bus stop on Halsey Street going east talking to a friend.
And what happened?
We heard like an explosion, a big bang, and there was people running going south on Malcolm X Boulevard.
What happened next?
Well, there was I can't say how many people was there, but there was one individual running, and it looked like a male because I could not see his face. But he had a big towel, like a beach towel, covering his head, and he was going south on Malcolm X Boulevard. And he made a right turn on Halsey Street going west. There was a minivan parked at the corner, at the bus stop going west on Halsey Street. And this individual, hopped in the van, and the van it would be west on Halsey Street.
So that individual that you took notice of, could you tell us anything else about him? Maybe his height?
I would say he was about 6 feet 2 inches.
And you said he had a towel obstructing his face?
Yes.
Do you remember the color of that towel?
It looked like a multicolored towel. I couldn't say the exact colors.
And you say that you were standing at a bus stop and there was a van that gentleman got into?
Yes.
Where was the van in relation to you standing at the bus stop? What was the distance?
The distance? I would say 100.
Let me show you an exhibit, Government Exhibit 1010, already in evidence. Can you see that there on your screen?
Yes.
It's 1010?
1010, yes.
Okay.
Can you see the intersection of Malcolm X and Halsey on that map?
Yes.
Can you just press your finger there? Where were you standing more or less when you were at the bus stop?
Yeah. I was at the bus stop going east on Halsey Street.
So when you say...
Going towards Patchen.
And this is Patchen?
Yeah, that's Patchen.
All right, so when you were standing on the bus stop, where was the van in relation to you, if you can show us on the map?
That would be here. Like here. Not the bottom one, the top.
All right, I'm just going to cross it off.
The bus stop going west.
So west is... I'm drawing a line on Halsey.
Yes.
I'm going to draw a line on Halsey. So west is to the left side of this picture?
Where is Halsey? Yeah, it was the bus stop going towards... It would be going west on Halsey Street. This would be across the street because Halsey is a two-way street.
All right. And what kind of a van was it?
It looked like a gray, possibly like a Dodge Caravan or something like that.
You said the man whose face was obstructed got into that van. What happened after that?
The van went towards Stuyvesant.
This is Stuyvesant?
Yes.
So were you able to see anything else about the people inside of that van?
No, I wasn't able to see.
Just the man get in?
Yes.
Were you able to see which part of van he jumped into?
No, I'm not sure if it was the back or the front, but I know that, he hopped in the van.
I have no further questions, or no, I'm sorry.
Does anybody wish to inquire?
One moment. Just to clarify, I think you just said, but you were unable to see which part of the van the man jumped in?
I was not able to tell.
When you saw him initially, which direction was he coming from?
Was he coming from?
Up, huh?
From Hancock going towards Stuyvesant.
So this is Hancock?
Yes, but he was on Malcolm X, so he came from the Hancock direction and came towards Stuyvesant and made a right turn on Halsey, and the bus stop was right there.
And then continued on Halsey into the van?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, we have no questions.
Any questions, Mr. Beecher?
Mr. Herman and Mr. Beecher, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, so you can step down.
Thank you. Please have a seat. Please state and spell your name.
My name is Juan Otoya, Juanotoya.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you speak some English?
Yeah.
Is it easier to speak today through an interpreter?
Yes.
All right. Where do you work, sir?
I work for a construction company, electrical and construction company called Highland Datacom Electric.
How long have you been working there?
27 years.
What is your current position?
I'm the labor foreman
How long have you been working in that position?
for about close to 23, 24 years.
All right. Have you met a person by the name of Tyrone Baum?
Yes, he worked with me.
I'm going to show what you was already in evidence as Government Exhibit 1009. Do you recognize that person?
Yes, that's Tyrone.
What type of work did Tyrone do for your company?
When he worked with me and he worked in construction, he worked construction. He used the shovel. He used the pipes. He did construction work.
All right. And I'm going to direct your attention now to July 25th, 2003. Were you working on that day?
Yes.
And did something unusual happen that day?
That's the day when Tyrone was fired upon, right?
Well, I'm asking you, did there come a point when you were present when Mr. Baum was fired upon?
No, not present as such, because I was working making cement. I was not facing him. My back was toward him.
All right. Can you tell the jury from the beginning what happened that day that you saw he had been shot?
Like what?
What were you doing?
At that moment, I was working on a sidewalk fixing it. I was not facing him. My back was toward him. I was fixing the cement when I heard the shots.
What happened next?
I looked on my side on the road and when I heard the shots, I looked at the road because I thought someone was firing, like from a car or something. Then after that, when I turned around completely, I looked. I saw the body of Tyrone on the floor.
So you did not see who shot him?
No, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything at all. I just saw his body on the ground.
After that, did there come a point when the police came?
Yeah, the police came after that sometime.
All right. I'm going to show you a photograph in evidence, which is 1001A already in evidence. Can you see that on your screen?
Yeah,
Do you recognize that?
not too well.
I'm going to bring it up to you.
I recognize this. This is where I was working.
All right, and you're pointing, just for the record, to the construction site there on the left. All right, I have no more questions.
Any cross-examination?
Not from us, Your Honor.
No.
All right. You may step down. Next witness.
Thank you.